Hey, what's going, guys? So I just got done watching this video. I'm going to replay it here in a second and show you, just in case you haven't seen it. I don't take any credit for this video, but I've seen a ton of stuff, backing the history of Star Wars and, the deleted scenes all throughout all the videos. The whole Blu-ray collection, remastered. Every time they come out, I watch it to see if they put anything different in. But basically, I've never seen this. Like, I don't know if I missed it or what. But I don't know if it just surfaced or whatever it is. But it seems like it's something that just came out to me. So even as a fan, I haven't seen this yet. So anyway, I've seen it now. I have opinions about it. And I start asking questions and want to ask why it was kind of cut. And like, to me, when I watched this, like, it seemed kind of like a lot of filler at first. I get it. Okay, why they took it out. Like, who's this big guy? But then, like, it's just was something that was said at the end that made it feel like it tied it into, like, Rebels, tied it into anybody who doesn't watch the cartoon series. Sorry, I got kids, and I love the fact that I have my boys that love it, and it excites me to watch these shows with them, and it fills in so many of the gaps. And now that Disney owns all of the guys, I mean, it's all tied in. If you're not watching the cartoons, you're disservicing yourself as a fan because you're missing things and backstories and all that they're filling in that they actually will probably eventually tie in. I mean, I feel this one's ending. It's got to end with something. It's kind of like Rogue One. It's going to end with some kind of big event, and it's actually been tied into Rogue One. If you look and see, the Ghost is actually in Rogue One. So we have a chance to see a visual side from their angle of Rogue One. Even is that out there? I don't know, but I'm excited to see it if it is. And if you're not watching the shows, you're totally missing that. So anyway, got off track with that, but basically after watching this, I got that feel. Like right at the end, I got the feel of like the Force Awakens with Finn. Basically the same kind of idea with Ezra, and at least the Rebels, the timeline, kind of when they were taking over. This is kind of the Resistance. You either stood up and fought, or you bowed down and you joined them. So there was something that said in this, and I'll play it real quick. But that's what was said at this that made me kind of think about it and wanted to talk about it. Like, why this scene wasn't ever included. And if it is, correct me, please, because I'd be damned if I missed it. And I don't ever remember being included in any director's cut or anything like that, but I think it should. And it's definitely something that adds to what we are at right now with Star Wars. Kind of putting right now the original Star Wars, which just seemed like this was going on. It was no big deal. We already accepted that the Empire was there. As the history painted itself, we figure out how that became. But when that movie started, it seems like now adding this part puts that element in that, hey, this is the army, they're military type things, they're recruiting people. It needs to be put into the first movie, I think, to kind of tie into the prequels, and just basically it has a place now. I think maybe back when this was written, it didn't have a place, but now it does. Anyway, I'm going to play it, guys. I'm sorry, I'm rambling here, but let me play this. Guys, you can find this. You can probably look up exactly what's on here now and get the direct cut. If it doesn't come out good, I'm just going to play it anyway. If it doesn't, go watch it, come back, and, finish hearing what I got to say, or don't. I mean, either way, like I said, I never even planned to make this video. It just kind of came up. I just saw it. I'm by myself. I want to talk about it and see what you guys think.
Instruments. It was, I busted up the Skyhopper pretty bad. Uncle Owen, furious. He wound up grounding me for the rest of the season. You should have been there. It was fantastic.
You gotta take it a little easy, Rick. You may be the hottest bush pilot this side of Mos Eisley, but those little Skyhoppers are dangerous. Keep it up. One day, whammo, you're gonna end up a dark spot on the downside of a canyon wall.
Look who's talking. You've been hanging around the Starfleet so long, you've been sounding like my uncle. You're getting a little soft in the city.
I've missed you, kid.
Yeah, well, things haven't been the same without you, Biggs. It's been so quiet.
Luke, I didn't come back just to say goodbye. I shouldn't tell you this, but you're the only one I can trust. See, I may never come back, and I just want someone to know.
What are you talking about?
I made some friends at the Academy. When our frigate leaves for one of the central systems, we're gonna jump ship and join the Alliance.
The rebellion?
Quiet down, man. You got a mouth bigger than a meteor.
I'm quiet, I'm quiet. Listen how quiet I am. You can barely hear me.
My friend has a friend on Bestine who might help us make contact.
You're crazy. You've been wandering around forever trying to find them.
I know it's a long shot, but if I don't find them, I'll do what I can on my own. It's what we always talked about, Luke. I'm not going to wait around for the Empire to draft me into service. The rebellion is spreading, and I want to be on the side I believe in.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm stuck here.
You'll get your chance to get off this rock. You're going to the academy next term, aren't you?
Not likely. I had to cancel my application.
What for?
My uncle needs me.
Oh.
No, I'm serious. The sand people have been getting really crazy. They've even raided the outskirts of Anchorhead.
Come on, Luke. Your uncle could hold off a whole colony of sand people with one blaster.
I know. But we've got almost enough evaporators to make the place pay off. I have to stay one more season. I can't leave him now.
What good's all your uncle's work if the Empire takes it over? You know they've already started to nationalize commerce in the Central Systems? It won't be long before your uncle's just a tenant, slaving for the greater glory of the Empire.
No, that's not going to happen here. You said yourself the Empire won't even mess with this old rock.
Things can change.
I wish I was going. Are you going to be around long?
No. Leaving in the morning.
I guess I won't see you.
Maybe someday. I'll keep a lookout.
Yeah. I'll be at the Academy next season, and then who knows? I won't be drafted into the Imperial Starfleet, that's for sure. Well, take it easy, buddy. You'll always be the best friend I've ever had.
So long, Luke.
So that's basically the scene. So what that does for me, like, I mean, if you put this in the time spec, so let's say this is right around, obviously we know Rebels is tied in right around Rogue One, which is right prior to Princess Leia getting that data. So that is also right around the same time that where this is going to tie in also with Rebels. So we're within the same year as what Rebels is staged at right now. So we already see what's going on with that, with the Empire coming in, taking over towns, things like that. And that's exactly what's happening here with Luke. It's you're either going to join them and you're going to become part of them. That's your option. It's either that or you're part of the Alliance. He said, "What? You're going with them?" You know, like, he's shocked. Like, hey, you don't stand up to them. But it kind of puts all that in perspective. It's exactly what Ezra and everybody else is doing with all the other alliances that are out there. It's what Princess Leia, all of them are doing later on. But Leia's already there. Leia's there. Luke's not there. But Leia's already part of the Resistance, which is what they're calling for resisting the Imperial force. And you got this guy Biggs. Also, who now, I'm probably missing it, dude. I'm totally missing it from the original. It's been a while since I watched the actual first one. But I feel Biggs is in that somewhere in the movie later on. Like, maybe when he's a pilot. I'm pretty sure that's the guy that's in that. So, don't burn me for my Star Wars geekism. I'm just, it's 4 something in the morning, and I'm I'm dead as it is. I'm not thinking. It's been a really long time since I watched that one. But Biggs probably comes up later on in the movie, now that I'm thinking about it. So here's who the Biggs character is, which basically, if you just read him, and if you go look and even go back and watch it, his scenes are pretty minuscule, pretty much, and they sum it up right there for you. I mean, it's him talking to Luke coming back, I think, after his first fight and being excited. And then, of course, some canon, looks like some canon stuff as well, and then maybe a shot in the cockpit from this guy. And again, I got to go back and rewatch it to kind of remaster my mind on it. But, again, after seeing this now, I want to go back and learn more about Biggs, which I kind of overwritten. But this says something about him possibly being Leia's brother, brother of the princess who would become Leia Organa. So I don't know where that ties in or what that is from. Canon wise or whatever. If you guys know, you can fill me in as well. But so again, that's who I see for Biggs as he comes up. The Biggs character just basically paints this guy that's standing up to Luke. You know, here's this guy that's fighting against them. You know, like, what? No, you don't do that. You know, so basically, I love it. I love that whole aspect of it. It's just an element that I think, as where we're at now, it needs to be implied. Everything tied in. I just feel that needs to be part of the movie. Kind of want to talk about it, just see what everybody else feels about that. He clearly lays in some things right there that just tie into, just made me think Rebels all the way. And I love the outtake. I kind of wish it was in the movie with my perspective now. So I do. Me and my son, I got a 10-year-old now that wants to do a Star Wars video. So we were trying to come up with ideas, and what we want to do is kind of go back and watch all the movies with me and him, and we're going to throw my 6-year-old in, who's seen them over the years, just kind of filled in. He never really watched them, but he's ready. He's seen the new one. He's all excited about that. But we're going to go back and watch them, maybe all three of us, and kind of put a perspective out. We're going to pick our favorite characters, kind of do things like that. It's something my son came up with. We just want to talk about basically who we like, and basically give you the perspective of me, my son, and then here's another one totally on the outside. Favorite character, all that stuff. So it's something that we might do for this. If not, we're just going to do it for fun. But we probably post it either way. So if it's something that you're interested in, again, guys, subscribe, because I don't really want to do this. I don't really want to do another channel, but my kids definitely are inspiring me, and my son's pushing for it. So we might at least do this series of the series of the movies and talk about maybe the prequels and the final three, maybe building up to the release in 2 years, a year and a half or whatever, of the new movie. So maybe we'll do it in prequel favorites and things like that. We'll still do it in like a 3-part chapter. So also want to pick how I want to watch it again for my youngest. Do we want to watch it 4, 5, 6, or do we want 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, or do we watch it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and get the perspective of each one after each show as we go? Because that's what we'll do. We'll fill in as we go. But again, that's off topic. That's something that's coming up, totally off topic. But the point is, it's stuff like this that just got me Star Wars thinking, Star Wars talking. Like this right here for my kids being thrown in, especially if they've already watched the new movies and things like that. Like we're going back and rewatching it. It ties it all in to the cartoons they're watching. Just it puts the timeline in the chaoticness that was going on in that time. That's something we didn't see in the prequels originally. Like we didn't know. I didn't know growing up that basically you either joined them or you were against them, basically. Obviously, we knew about the resistance, but or the rebellion. I'm so confused right now. I'm not even thinking straight. But either way, we knew about those things, but we didn't know, like I said, that kind of Rebels tied that into me, whereas it kind of put it in a more of a realistic war mode. Like these people are coming in, taking over their crap, everything. They're coming in, taking over their towns, basically, just killing people that don't like them or that resist them. So that actually gives an aspect to that world in the original trilogy, and I just think it needs to be there. So again, that's where I'm at with it, man. Let me know what you guys think. Again, this isn't my video, so I appreciate watching this video, and if I could find the YouTube link, I would put it in my description, but it's only pulling up a Facebook feed on here, but it says Midnight Pulp. You guys probably can find it from there. So, well, that's pretty much all I got. I just wanted to share that and kind of get a feel what everybody else is thinking on this, because I feel this should be a part of it. Am I wrong? Is it just filler, garbage, nonsense, or does it actually fit into where we're at right now in the Star Wars universe? Just accepting everything for what it is. And I have totally accepted The Last Jedi. I'm on board. I'm excited. J.J. Abrams is going to be handling the last one, man. Every show he's part of, I'm a fan of. And I may make a whole nother video about that later on, man. But he's just like, it's one of them things where you don't realize, and you sit back and you start looking at it, and you start going back and looking at directors, and you pull up their names, and you're like, oh man, I like that show. Oh man, that was a good show too. Oh shit, and some of them I knew and just forgot. But like, I'm totally on board with what J.J. Abrams is about to do with this. I know Disney's got a plan. I know they've had a plan. I'm not panicking. I'm not letting the Star Wars hype, these videos, get to me anymore. I've put myself, after the third time watching The Last Jedi, I've put myself in a perspective of I'm just sitting back and enjoying it. You know, I'm going to watch the videos. I even want to participate in the videos. I just don't want to let that judge what I'm expecting to see on camera. And I'm not going to let it ruin it for me. You know, I've done this before. I've tuned out. Like, I can do it. I've tuned out of things before, even though I've watched things. It's in the back of your mind. But like, I've tuned out where if I get to theater and I'm ready, I'm like, hey, I'm turning it all off. I don't give a hell. I'm going to sit back and watch this. I'm not going to judge. I'm just not even going to let my mind process things as it's happening. I'm just think about it afterwards in a whole. And of course, the second time always helps. But still, I feel like that's the outlook I'm going at from here on out. Because I really do feel, like I talked about in my original video, is I feel that these videos, for me, are ruining, and a lot of people are ruining, the fan experience when you actually go to the theater. Like, all these predictions and all these things that could happen, and then you start relying on them. You start building your own hypothesis and saying, yes, this is exactly what's going to happen, but yet then you turn around and it doesn't happen, or you're really disappointed. So again, guys, you know, here I am again. I feel like I'm going off on another thing. I'm done. You guys want to talk about it, hit me up in the comments section. I love to talk. So, alright guys, thanks.